friends, do you sometimes experience strange things you don't understand or things you can't quite explain and you wonder, maybe is my place haunted? And so maybe you're in a tree and for some reason your tree gets a lot of wind even though no other trees are blowing. It's like really, really quiet except for your tree just blowing away. Maybe your branch that you're on just kind of shakes violently for no reason. You might wonder, is my tree haunted? Or, whatever, Or maybe you have an attic that you never go in, but then suddenly you start seeming to forget your keys in the attic that you never go in. And you don't have any adolescent children you can blame it on. Well, that could be either you are taking some strange substances that make you walk around and forget things a lot, which maybe you forgot you did that. Possible, And maybe this is an option choice. Probably not, though. If you don't go in your attic, it's all sealed up, and that's not a place you hang out. That might not be you leaving your keys up there. It's just a thought. Maybe it is haunted. Or if your cabinet's tight to slam, when no one's around, and you're like, sometimes I forget to close them, but I don't usually slam them when I'm not in the room. That might be a time or some kind of indication that, yes, maybe your place is haunted. And of course, the next question would be, well, if your place is haunted, what do you do about it? I have just a simple tip, just a one simple thing to do if your place is haunted. Make friends. That's the short version. The more involved version is, when you make friends, you have to go slow. You can't just jump right in and be like, hey, I love you. Come on, let's cuddle. People aren't open to that, nor are ghosts really. Typically, sometimes they do the grabbing. But in this case, you are the one being brave and socially outgoing and talking to the ghosts. You'll be like, this is how I would do it. First, like with any friendship you're trying to start, you need to at least know who this is. Okay? Introduce yourself. Hello, ghost person I didn't invite but is still here anyway. My name is Persephone, and I want to get to know you and maybe we can get along real nice, okay? And then the ghost is like, Slam. And you say, okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, it's nice to meet you, Slam. Maybe we can be friends, you think, maybe? And I'll be nice to you, maybe? And maybe you don't slam too hard on me, okay? And then maybe something falls off a table or someplace, like a big, heavy thing that wouldn't move on its own, and you say, okay, we can do a little redecorating. I'm open to that. But, I get to make some design choices too, okay? You just kind of, when you live with someone, you have to compromise, okay? That's just a thing. So sometimes you don't get everything you want, and sometimes you try to, but not all the time. You have to share the wants. Okay, same thing here. You can at least make your feelings known, like, whoa, when you slammed that door right in my face, it was very startling. Maybe you should not do that if you can help it, but I understand sometimes we're caught up on feelings that just carry us away, and it's really hard to stop and be in the moment and not go slamming doors if that's what your thing is, or, eating a lot of food all in one sitting, maybe, or whatever you do. Anyway, just understand we are all imperfect beings, and we need to start somewhere to try to compromise and, find the middle way. So, once you make acquaintance, then maybe you start doing design choices together because this one really likes to move things around a lot. and you have a lot of getting used to do. And maybe sometimes you go on adventures because, you're uninvited guests. They like to put things in fun places for you to find, like your keys when you're in a rush and maybe you drive a car and you want to go really quickly, but they're not where you put them all the time. And then you have a fun treasure hunt. Where are my keys? And it may not be a fuzz moment. It may just be your guest having some fun with you spontaneously, so you can be enjoyable or something like that. A lot of them have very good sense of humors. Sometimes it's a little dark, but, we're all different in our special ways. And some of us are just a little lighter, and some of us are slightly abysmal, Yeah, just maybe a little bit. And, yeah. So, just really try to be friends. If they are not open to maybe, considering other domiciles, then it's time to make friends and settle in, because when you have a roommate, it really makes all the difference if you can both get along and maybe not always, enjoy the same things at the same times, but maybe, you have fun adventures sometimes with keys or, food that you thought was where. Well, no, maybe food is not a good thing. Don't eat other people's food. This is bad. Unless they give it to you deliberately in front of you. Here you go, or they leave it outside in the trash. Only then can you take it. It's dangerous to take other people's food. That's all I'm saying. It's not very polite. So, but luckily for you, when it comes to food, most uninvited ghost friends don't have a big appetite. Now, they might throw it on the floor. That is a thing. But usually it's more like chairs or, branches that used to be very strong. Maybe, hopefully it doesn't get that bad. But, anyway, so the short version is, if you discover that you have a ghost in your home, just make friends. It could be a really lasting friendship. Maybe they do fun things for you and you react and they're very happy and you share times together. You're never alone because they're always around all the time. Sometimes even when you don't think they should be, but they're just there because they're that generous with themselves. They want to share with you all the time. It happens. You just need to get used to it a bit, And try not to freak out all the time. And remember to breathe. And hopefully you don't get choked or anything bad like that. Sometimes the games can get a little rough. I'm not going to lie. So you want to make sure you try to be as friendly as possible so they would hopefully be friendly and not too choky. And, just be nice and quiet. Maybe they will be nice and quiet with you. Maybe a little quieter anyway. Maybe they just toss 2 chairs down, not 4, or something. Little compromise. That's what it's all about. Getting along is it's all bridges and compromise. Anyway, all I'm saying is, if your place is haunted, then make friends. That's it. Just make friends. Okay, that's all I have for you. Bye.